CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Thanks for coming back to State Champs. We are Indiana's high school sports show. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University. I'm Jenna Skelski, and we are fired up. It's the final weekend of the football regular season. So excited.
I'm Lauren Plant, and we've got a lot to get to. We'll go in focus on a Carroll football player that is shooting for the stars. Well, close. Volleyball sectional action ahead. Our main event is New Palestine at Delta. So much football to get to, so let's get to it.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and let's kick off the action at Decatur Central as the Hawks welcome in the Grizzly Cubs from Franklin Community. Mid-state conference title on the line. A win for DC gives them the gold, but a Franklin win will give them a share of the title. First play from scrimmage. Franklin comes out of the gates with the statement. Junior Jalen Ward busts out of the line and has his eyes set for the end zone. 80 yards to the house. Huge score for the Grizzly Cubs as they light up the board first and lead 7-0. The Hawks would respond courtesy of the senior running back Kenny Tracy, who takes this one up the right side and into the end zone for the score. Decatur Central would miss the extra point. Franklin up by a digit, 7-6. More from the Hawks and running back Kenny Tracy. This man is on fire tonight. He would score 5 touchdowns, and that includes this score up the middle. The Hawks would add another and lead 20-7. The Grizzly Cubs ain't giving up just yet. Senior QB Drew Byerly under pressure, getting this one in the air before he hits the ground. Junior wideout Max Lancer secures it in for the score. Franklin down by 6, 20-14. But the Hawks were proved to be too much for the Cubs. Junior QB Peyton Horsley will connect with the wide open Matt Cook in stride. 80 yards to pay dirt. Decatur Central would go on to win 41-21 over Franklin Community and claim the Mid-State Conference title.
I'm John Rawlings from the Evansville area. Memorial has beaten Castle the past 3 years. The Tigers gun for their 4th straight win against their arch nemesis. Very first play of the game, the Tigers wanting to go long, but Adam Harpnall has other ideas. The senior with a nice interception, but Castle is unable to move the ball. A few possessions later, it's Memorial's turn to shine on defense. Brock Combs gets the sack in the end zone for a safety. Memorial takes a 2-0 lead. The Tigers want to add on with the ensuing possession. The pitch is to Josh Russell. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 2. The Tigers elect to go for it on 4th down, but Adam Watson is there to save the day. It's a 2-point game after 1 quarter. Memorial looking to strike in the second on 4th and 8. Colton Pence has time and finds Russell over the middle. A 15-yard gain gets the Tigers inside the red zone, but here comes that Castle defense again. Memorial going for it on 4th down once more. Andrew Perry makes the stop, and the Knights take over. Memorial's defense was stingy as well. Combs doesn't bite on the fake as he comes up with a big sack. Memorial takes the ball game 11-3, clinching a share of the SIAC title. Now it comes down to the Bears from Central. With a win against their rivals from North, Central can clinch a share of the conference. First quarter, Collins Turner hands it off to Brendan Schutte. The senior takes care of the rest as Central strikes first. The Bears would get the ball back shortly after. Schutte continues to lead the ground attack. Here he cuts through the middle, then goes back to the outside, racing up the sideline for a big-time gain. Schutte finally down at the 18, and you know what? If it's not broke, you don't fix it. The Bears let him finish off the drive. Schutte finding pay dirt. It's 13-0 Bears. North not going down without a fight. Huskies in the red zone. Ethan Brody calling his own number as he takes it in himself. Huskies trail 13-7. North would get another opportunity in the second quarter. The Huskies going for it on 4th down, but the pass is broken up by Trajan Evans, and the Bears never looked back. Central wins 49-14, claiming a share of the SIAC crown.
Back if we can get it. Let's go. Break it down.
I'm Andy McDonald from the Fort Wayne area. Final week of the regular season, and we got a good one in Class 4A. 2 top 15 teams. Leo Lions, 12th in the state. DeKalb right behind them at 13th. The Barons come out firing. You saw there Evan Eschbach, Dekai Zacharias, and it leads to this. Landon Miller around the right side for a 7-0 lead in favor of DeKalb. But the Lions, they can also put up points in bunches. The double reverse, Peyton McHale finds a seam to even this game up at 7-up. Then it's Peyton Wall, the rugby player from Leo. He would also catch this screen pass from 48 yards out. Good blocking in front. He takes it all the way to the house 14-7, their first lead of the game, and then it's more razzle-dazzle from the Lions offense. Mikhail one more time puts his hand down to stay up, and he gets in the end zone. Leo wins this one 42-19. In the SAC now, number 3 in 6A, Homestead trying to finish out the regular season undefeated against Southside. First possession of the game, ball is tipped. Malik Mickens picks it off, and it gives Homestead some great field position. Ryan Burton, the running back, runs over a player into the end zone for the first score of the game in favor of Homestead, and they were far from done on this night as they head into the playoffs with a lot of momentum. They win big, 56-0, the final. Conference bragging rights on the line in the Three Rivers Conference. Southwood came into the game undefeated at 7-0. Tippecanoe Valley right behind at 6-1. It was a defensive struggle from the opening kick. Arson Reed there with the pick for the Knights, but the Vikings would get one right back. They scramble out. Quarterback for Southwood, Alex Barr, and finally get to him for the sack fumble. Harry Johnston jumps on the ball to give it right back to Tippecanoe Valley. But this potent Knights offense finally gets going after a scoreless first. Alex Barr up top to Dawson Phillip from 70 yards out, and Southwood goes on to clinch the conference 21-7, the final.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and it's time for some 4A volleyball sectionals coming at you from Franklin Community High School between the Center Grove Trojans and the Greenwood Woodmen. First game, and the Trojans came out hammering the ball. Katie Egelnoff drives it, but Anna Cruiser with a great dig to keep it alive until Grace Bodges puts it down the right side. Can't keep that one alive. Center Grove with the early advantage. Bodies flying all over the floor until this back row blast from Greenwood's Maya Aero runs into the block of Grace Bodges. Center Grove takes game 1, 25-20. Game 2, and Greenwood looking to start off strong, and they will. Malaya Gurel with the ace for the first point. On an Anna Cruiser serve, the Trojans, just how you draw it up. Bump, set, and Katie Egelnoff gets way over the net for the kill. She led Center Grove with 10 kills on the night. Trojans took game 2, 25-15. Game 3, Greenwood looking to get back into it. They go for the spike, but it's blocked by Anna Lynn. Set it up again, this time it's Kalista Stafford who got her 4th block of the game. Match point for Center Grove. Great rally from both teams. Megan Johns go for the spike, but Bodges gets up for her 6th block, and that will be the game. 25-16. Center Grove advances on a 3-game sweep.
State Champs Indiana airs Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on Fox Sports Midwest with replays throughout the week at selected times on Fox Sports Indiana. We've got a great website with all of our Michigan and Indiana content. Scott Bernstein blogs every week on Indiana recruiting and related news. Check it out at statechampsnetwork.com. Connect with State Champs Indiana all week long by following us on Twitter and Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page. State Champs will be right back.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report. There's some action happening in Indiana as 2 players from the state have committed to Mid-American Conference schools. The first is Elkhart Central offensive tackle Jonathan Decker, who made his verbal to the Central Michigan Chippewas. Decker had several offers from FCS schools and gained a lot of interest early in this fall after gaining 30 pounds in the offseason. Now 6'5", 251 pounds, quickly jumped on the Central offer after they extended it when he visited Mount Pleasant. Merrillville's Jeremiah Howard, a senior two-way athlete, has committed to Northern Illinois as well. Howard brings 11:04 speed in the 100-meter dash to Northern Illinois and the ability to play both ways, but we're thinking he might be a wide receiver. He already has 36 receptions for 727 yards and 8 touchdowns as a senior. And finally, Eastern Michigan wants to keep that action rolling in Indiana as they extended an offer to Hammond Morton defensive lineman De'Ara Kelly. Kelly is only a junior, but he's 6'2", 240 pounds, and now has 4 offers, all from the MAC. The Eagles join Bowling Green, Toledo, and Western Michigan on his list. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
The Linton Miners at home looking for their 8th win in a row as they host Providence. Opening drive, a heavy dose of Luke Lannon. He takes the handoff from Trey Goodman, dashes 25 yards for the first touchdown of the night. 7-0 Miners have the lead. Second drive, Miners stay with the ground game. Lance Dyer time. Down the sideline he goes, pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for Linton. Very next play, it's Trey Goodman with a high snap, but a pitch and catch to Landon for the 2-yard touchdown pass. Miners up 14-0. Still in the first, it's Goodman going back to the air attack, connecting with Devin Robertson for the 61-yard touchdown pass. Linton all over Providence, 21-0 at this point. That's plenty to keep the Linton band busy here at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, Miners in the red zone again. It's Dyer getting in from 11 yards out. Miners up 28-0. They get the big win, 35-7, your final. WIC Championship at Indian Creek, Northview battling the Braves. The Knights would start fast. Keegan Garrison to Elias Gordon. How about that catch from number 12? Just outstanding. They grab the lead 7-0. More from these two. Garrison has time, looks left, comes back right for Gordon, sets them up at the 36-yard line. And later in the drive, the aerial assault continues. Garrison pages Noah Minor, a terrific catch for Noah. Knights jump out to a 14-0 lead. Indian Creek would respond though. Connor Fruits going straight ahead. The Braves cut the deficit to 14-6 after that score. Then Roman Purcell would take over. Fakes the handoff. He is pretty hard to bring down. 2-point conversion was no good, so it's 14-12 Northview. Next drive, I promise this is not the same play. Keeps it again. He is off. Super speed for number 8. Purcell will take it all the way. Indian Creek rallies to beat Northview. 32-28 the final. How about Park Heritage hosting Fountain Central? We'll start in the first quarter. Park Heritage quarterback Logan White runs read option, does the rest, dodges a couple of defenders for a 52-yard touchdown. Wolves are on the board. They lead 6-0. The scoring would not stop there either. Logan White throwing a screen pass to wide receiver Austin Petrillo, who uses his speed to find the end zone. Wolves take a 13-0 lead after the PAT. Still in the first quarter, Park Heritage receiver Noble Johnson uses a double move to get open. White finds him up the sideline. This long catch and run would set up the Wolves in the red zone once again. Park Heritage caps off this drive with a short touchdown carry by senior running back Seth Bollinger. Wolves go up 20-0. They get the big win, 46-8. Look out for them as the state tourney begins.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and let's swing back into the gym for some sectional action in volleyball held at Noblesville. Fishers and Noblesville both struggled down the stretch. Now it's do or die time in the postseason. The Millers posted a 2-8 record in their last 10 and need to execute if they want to advance to the next round. A great volley by both teams with a few digs here and there. Sophomore Riley Branch with the bump to Lexi Alamodovar, who lays down the kill. Noblesville took the first set 25-19. Off the serve from Tigers junior Shelby Settles. The return. caught by Emily Brewer. A little misplay, but freshman Ava Vickers is there getting the kill to go. Fishers took the second set 25-17 and we were all knotted up. The third set was the closest one of the night. A familiar foe, Emily Brewer, with the nice setup, this time to Jada Allen. The junior won't be denied, deflected and into the stands. Fishers would capture the third set 25-23. In the end, it was all Fishers. This is the point that would secure the W for the Tigers. Michaela Christensen, the junior, laying down the smackdown. Fishers defeats Noblesville 3-1. The Tigers would advance to the next round and play the Carmel Greyhounds.
Coming up this week on Extra Point Indiana, I'm Mark Forster filling in for Greg Rakestraw. This week it's presented by Lawrence Technological University. A lot coming up in Week 9 of high school football as most are looking forward to the sectional. There are several great games across the state in Week 9. The MIC implications for that conference title, possible four-way tie. We talk about that as well, and some outstanding performances from a couple of head coaches and a couple of student athletes. It's all coming up this week on Extra Point Indiana, presented by Lawrence Technological University.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class sizes at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to State Champs. We go in focus with a football player who takes his talents from the gridiron to the sky.
Here, taking out runway 23, departing the path northeast. It's liberating feeling.
Let's go. Hustle back. Sometimes it feels like Matthew Ottenweller has his head in the clouds.
Matthew's a bright kid, you know, very intelligent, works very hard, and has improved every week at linebacker.
The inside linebacker flies around on defense for the Chargers and off the runway during his free time.
It was kind of like just an impulse decision. And we signed up for ground school here. To ground school, you have to learn a lot more about weather. You have to learn, it's like different from a car because you have to learn how the plane actually works and everything that's in the plane in case something goes wrong. I thought it was working at Carroll because the cloud's so low over there.
Likes to take on challenges a lot, and that also helps him on the field. So he'll keep at something until he completes it.
With an influence from his grandfather, Ottenweller recently earned his pilot's license. And he took me up over Fort Wayne in a little four-seater from Smith Airfield.
Some people are shocked. Some people are like, that's cool. A lot of people want me to take them flying. Taking a a few friends flying and they've liked it.
He's a completely different person up in the air. Usually out here on the field, he's kind of like a goofball and he messes around a lot, but whenever he's flying, he's completely different. He's serious all the time.
The senior is always in control.
Go.
And his flight path now leads in the direction of aeronautics.
If you're really dedicated to it and you take the time to practice and learn, it's really not complex.
You can be honest with me. If he asked you to get in the plane with him, would you?
Absolutely. I just asked him on the way out here today, you know, how long did he think it would take us to fly down to Springfield so I go see my son.
Once you fly, it's like a feeling of freedom.
572.0, back taxi number 3
Safely back on the ground for state champs. I'm Andy McDonald.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. This past weekend, the Lawrence Tech Blue Devil Motorsports Student Organization hosted their 11th annual Grand Prix event on campus. 9 local schools such as Kettering University and Western Michigan all came to participate in racing their own Formula SAE cars. To hear more about the event and organization, we caught up with team captain Shauna Wolmerhauser.
I am the team captain for the 2020 Formula SAE team. There are 16 other seniors on the team that are working really hard to put together a award-winning car. It takes a lot of time and effort. We build a car from scratch in 3 semesters, so that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort outside of what we're doing in classroom.
These incredible students have dedicated so much time and effort into building an incredible product. Their passion and intelligence does not go unnoticed when it comes to life after college, and being a part of the Formula team sets them up for some amazing opportunities.
In general, Formula SAE on anyone's resume gets your name to the top of the talent pool when you're applying for work right after college. The Big Three love that, so it's a good thing. For me, I'm not quite sure yet. I'd love to work for the Big Three, but my heart lies with making cars go fast. So we'll see where this takes me when I'm done with school.
To find out more about the Blue Devil Motorsports Student Organization, visit ltu.edu today.
Our State Champs Indiana production team is always actively looking for reporters here on State Champs. Maybe you're a college student with some basic production skills and some experience in front of the camera. We want to talk to you. It's how I started. Just tweet at us or send us a message on Facebook or email us and contact us at statechampsnetwork.com. Over the course of our 15-year history, a lot of young reporters got their start right here on State Champs. You could be next.
I admit it, I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hey Hoosiers, we have an interesting matchup for you guys tonight. New Palestine is going into their game undefeated against Delta, who has only suffered 1 loss so far this season. The common thread between these two teams is Charlie Spiegel, who is the record-breaking running back for New Pal, but he originally transferred from Delta. So let's see how these former teammates play against each other at this week's main event.
game, stakes high. Undefeated New Pal travel into 7-1 Delta, a share of the Hoosier Heritage Conference title on the line. Opening minute of the game, New Palestine looking to get their offense going. What better candidate to do it than Charlie Spiegel, the former Delta back? Burst of speed up the middle, blows by a potential tackler, hits the sideline, following blockers, cruising in. 59-yard tally, Dragons snatch a 7-0 lead. New Pal looking to add to their lead, going forward on 4th and goal. Keep it in the hands of the QB Lincoln Roth. Richard Clevenger says, not this time. Second quarter now, Dragons back with the ball. Roth shows play action, pump fakes, deep heave up the sideline to Brody Luker, stretches out for the catch, does the rest. 48-yard score, New Pal 14, Delta nothing. Late stages of the first half, New Pal looking for more. Riker, large, set in motion, receives the rock, hits the outside and uses this springing block by Caden Powers to fly past the goal line. Dragons on top 28-zip. Midway through the third, Delta looking for anything. Play action for Brady Hunt. Rolls right, targets a wide open Malachi Silman. Put the Eagles on the board. New Pal still up big, 35-7. To the fourth. Different quarter, same story. All eyes on Spiegel. The senior stamps his place into the Indiana record books, tied for first in all-time career points at 952. 49-7 New Pal. And despite the score, Delta playing until the final whistle. Handoff to Wesley Stitt, and the senior zigzags his way into the end zone from 9 yards out. New Pal, though, remains unbeaten. They take the game by a final of 49-13.
Time now for the State Champs Clip of the Week. And we go back to volleyball sectionals at Noblesville. Fisher's junior Michaela Christensen, who delivered this monster kill that got the win for Fishers over the Noblesville Millers.
That's our show this week, and football playoffs start next week.
It's also Halloween next weekend, and we will celebrate in our very own unique way.
I can't wait, and we will see you then. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.